Hey everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome to another socially distant development update. I have to apologize that I haven't been making these a lot the past few weeks, or days, whatever you want to say, and that I haven't done the weekly development stream last Saturday. That's because I've been working more on Restitch the past week or so than on socially distant, and I kind of flip-flop between the two projects. I gotta give them both some love. But I have been making progress on socially distant the past day or so, and I do want to give you guys a quick look at that progress. I also want to say that the development stream this coming week will not be happening either, because I'm going to be out of town on Saturday. And I will be out doing some Christmas shopping, so obviously I won't be home to do the development stream, so I'll have to apologize ahead of time for that. But you know what? There's always next week, and I'll be happy to see you guys there for the Christmas dev stream. Anyway, this build of the game is not a master build. It is a development build, so there is going to be some buggy stuff and some missing things actually that would have appeared in previous dev updates that are just not merged into this branch. But what I really want to show you guys right now is email. That may sound incredibly boring, I realize that, but in socially distant, email is quite important. It's a common trope in most hacking games for you to get emails containing missions and things like that. And that's no different in socially distant. I am implementing an email system for the mission system in the game that's going to be coming, and it's also going to be something that's hackable as well, so you can hack into other people's email accounts and start reading messages and forwarding them to you and stuff like that. Pretty handy feature there. But right now I'm just working on the UI and the general gameplay system of the email APIs and stuff like that in the game. And right now I have 3 test emails right now. So what I'm really testing right now is the UI. So I can click on one of these messages and it will bring up the message for me. So this one is from Richie Frodemar. The almighty Richie at email.provider, sent on January 1st, 2020, and it says, "Hello, friendly reminder that Restitch is a thing that exists. Kind regards, Richie Frodema." So that's the email that I got here. Now, first thing you'll notice is, of course, that the word Restitch is bold, because I really want you to know that Restitch exists. But I'll explain why that's important later. Then we've got another email. We're not going to open that. It's also from Richie Frodema, sent on the same day, and it's literally just the furry rapper lyrics, so we're not going to do that. But there's this from Granny, or from Grandma Reaper, Granny Reaper 666 at email.provider, sent on January 1st, 2020, and the subject line is "behind you," and the message says, "Look behind you, my dear. I'm watching." And then there's a heart symbol. Now, there's some backstory behind this. This is intended to be unsettling. I'm just debugging things at this point. But I wanted to show you guys the UI works. God, I can't stand that face. See, basically what's going on here is the game, all of the profile pictures in the game are going to be generated by AI. That's my secret here. These are not real people. These are artificially generated human faces from "This person does not exist," which is a website you can go to that generates human faces. There's also "This cat does not exist," which generates cat faces. But one of the really creepy ones that generated happens to be this, which I have decided to call the Gram Reaper, or Grandma Reaper, or Granny Reaper 666. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of this cursed email, and we'll hop into the debug menu and show you guys what's going on. So let's get out of here. So society debug, well, there's a lot more in the debug menu nowadays than there was in previous builds, but the important thing here is the mail debug. Now, I have to apologize to you guys. I'm only saying this now because I'm very cloudy with my mind right now. I'm recovering from a migraine as I record this, so if I start saying random things, that's probably why, but I'm trying to keep myself on topic here. Either way, what we have, and excuse me while I go ahead and turn off my PS3 that has been idling on for like a week now for some reason. Oops. We have a list of agents here in the mail debug. So there's Naya, there's Richie Frodema, there's My Player agent, Richie from Pokemon, and then there's Grandma Reaper. And if you click on one of these, you open up their mailbox. Now, the mailbox doesn't have much debugging features right now because the email system is still being worked on, but what it does have is the ability to create a new thread. Emails in Socially Distant work in a thread-based system, so like a forum post or a Reddit post or something like that. What you do when you want to send an email in the API is you start by creating a thread, and that defines the subject of the email and groups all of the messages together. And then you also have to send an initial message from the user who's creating the thread to the user who's supposed to read the thread. And this is what this user interface is letting you do in the debug menu. It's allowing you to select, well, okay, we've already selected our sender by being in that debug menu earlier, but then we can select a recipient, and I'm going to select a player character because there's no way to hack other characters yet, and that's going to select Richie from Pokemon, and then that's my internal save system ID right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to enter a subject. Now you can leave the subject field blank, it'll fill it in with no subject, like a real-life email client would. But I'm going to put something. Hacking guide. And then this text box here is a text area, so it can be multi-line, like this. But it also supports Text Mesh Pro formatting, so that's something that I've been trying to use in the game quite often, is there's TMP formatting tags, so bold, italic, and color, and alpha, and stuff like that. And it's all supported by the email system. And pretty soon, there will also be the ability to embed images and attachments and downloads and all that stuff, along with the emails, along with missions and contacts, and all that other neat stuff. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. What we want to do here is we want to write out a little message. Hello. This is a quick tutorial on how to hack things in Socially Distant OS. First, start by opening color equals red terminal. I'm going to demo this with the Alt+T shortcut. Then run color equals green NC84 to create a netcat listener. Then run color equals green netsploit host, so color replacing color equals green host color with the IP address or domain name of the computer you want to hack. From here, enter color equals orange. I'll give that a try. Use exploit / flatline and color equals orange. Use payload / NC to select an exploit and payload. Then run color equals red attack 22 host your host, 84, to initiate the hack. Kind regards, Naya0. Because I decided to make Naya0 a character in the game for debugging purposes. But anyway, I'm going to hit send message, and we will open up our email viewer again. And as you can see, there is now a hacking guide right here in my inbox, and if I click on it, we get all of that text, and you can see that it's all formatted properly. We have some green text, some orange text, some red text, some bold text, and it's looking pretty great. That's what Text Mesh Pro allows you to do in Unity. It's perhaps the greatest feature ever in Unity, in my opinion, when it comes to UI. That is to say, though, the UI system is not perfect, so there are some bugs in the email system. For example, this profile picture right here, the blue Trixo logo, looks fine. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it. It displays perfectly fine. The other images, not so much. They are squished. That's not how it's supposed to render. However, if I go in here, they look fine. All of them look fine. So that's something. Also, these are supposed to be highlighted when you hover over them and select them, but they're not. Not yet. Also, this definitely needs some tender loving care right now. There's no padding whatsoever. It looks very ugly. Oh well. However, this does, however, conform to the window being maximized, so you can see that the entire UI does kinda... It responds to its width, so that's good. That's a bug. As you can see, it minimized, because I'm dumb, and I accidentally hit Alt down instead of Alt up. So, let's see, that works. But yeah, that's the basics of the email system that we're working on right now. It works mostly okay. So yeah, I believe there's social media posts as well, but there's none. Okay, there are no posts in the game right now in this save file, but that's also a thing that exists. What is this? This is a terminal. Okay, I'm dumb. That's a terminal. And these are all the test applications. Okay. So, yeah, basically this build is mostly focused on email. Now, email is important in the game because not only is it going to be something you can hack into to get some extra, info about people in the game, but it's also a way you're going to be able to get missions. But that is to say that that's not the only message or thread-based system that I'm going to be implementing. In fact, the thread system in the game is not just going to be used for emails, it's going to be used for chats as well. So chat conversations in the save system will be treated the same way as emails will, actually. So there'll be threads and messages. So that's pretty interesting. So all I have to do is implement the UI for that. Now, chat is going to be a little bit more complicated because it's going to involve actual scripted conversations in the game. And that's going to be one of the main gameplay mechanics of Socially Distant that's different from other hacking games, is the chat element. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be the next feature we implement. Anyway, just a final little update here. We are working to get the game on Steam at this point in time, but it's still in limbo. I will keep you guys updated on Twitter as far as how the Steam stuff is going, but I can confirm that there will be Steam Workshop integration for skinning and things like that in the game, and mods and missions and all that stuff. And the game will be available on Steam sometime in early 2021. So yeah, look out for that. I'll keep you guys posted. And with that said, I've been Michael. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.